want to say thank you for being here for our first live Zoom performance. And what a pleasure it is to have a live experience when we can't meet on the stage. Matilda, Scenes and Monologues, the song, When I Grow Up, and Naughty, yes and yes, but it's Tuesday, unfortunately, ad games. This is Fortunately, Unfortunately, and this is Sebastian and Autumn.
Volcano is erupting.
Fortunately, we are out of the path of the ash.
Unfortunately, the lava's kind of going to destroy everything.
Fortunately, we will not be in the way.
Unfortunately, maybe other people will.
Fortunately, we can go and help them and get them out.
Unfortunately, then the lava might get us too.
Fortunately, we might be able to yell from a safe distance.
Unfortunately, it might destroy houses.
Fortunately, everyone will survive.
Okay, we got to see the positive outlook and the pessimistic outlook. Nice job with your fortunately, unfortunately's. Our next team is going to be Jane and Liren. Jane has picked a yes, but they must say yes to each other's ideas and then answer but.
I just got a new toy.
Yes, but it costs. Yes, but it's lost now.
Yes, but I'll find it.
Yes, but your room is so big and it's going to be so hard to find it.
Yes, but I can clean it.
Yes, but that's going to take a long time to clean.
Yes, but I literally have nothing to do for the whole weekend.
Yes, but why would you waste your time cleaning your room other than doing other things?
Oh, you really don't have any faith in her finding that toy. And Jane, you were so sure you're going to find it. Very positive. Our next team is going to be Dylan and Noemi.
Unfortunately, our ship sinking.
Fortunately, we have enough lifeboats for everyone.
Unfortunately, we might not make it in time.
Fortunately, there's an island nearby.
Unfortunately, the island has lots of evil tribe members that might try to attack us.
Fortunately, we all have cell phones so we can call someone for help.
Unfortunately, help might not come.
Fortunately, we can help each other out, I guess.
You were really trying to puzzle this one out. Fortunately and unfortunately, what is going to happen? Our next team, here's Kylie and Oliver. Fortunately, unfortunately.
Hey, look at the new book I'm reading.
Unfortunately, there isn't much to the book.
Well, fortunately, I've read it so far and I actually think it's pretty good.
Unfortunately, once you read it, there's not any more to it.
Fortunately, it could always get better. Your opinion can be different from mine.
Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't get better.
Well, fortunately, I think it's going to get better. I had a good start full with action.
Unfortunately, it might get worse at the end.
Oh, you are just crushing this book, and that really worked for a fortunately, unfortunately. I loved how you were coming up with ways, Kylie, to say, oh, maybe my opinion is going to be different than yours. And Oliver, you kept on trying to figure out ways to explain, no, it's the end that is the worst. Actors, let's all turn on our cameras. How about a conducted story? Once upon a time, there was, Kylie,
a high schooler who was very sad. Autumn.
This high schooler was sad because they just failed their test. Dylan.
And this high schooler got so upset because all his video games were going to be taken away because he failed the test. Liren.
And now he can't play all those video games with his friends. And he got really mad all of a sudden. Oliver.
He got mad because he spilled some of his drinks on his video games and he rage quit. Naomi.
He asked his friends to come over and they helped him clean it up. Jane.
And while they were looking through all the mess, his friend saw the test and realized that it wasn't a 66 on the test, it was a 99. Dylan.
And because it was a 66, his parents got even more upset. And Oliver.
And they grounded him for a week.
And this ends with the kid getting grounded for a week. There is no redemption. So we've been working on scenes from Matilda the musical. We start with the opening scene with the parents and Matilda. Jane is playing the mom, Dylan is playing the dad, Naomi is playing Matilda, Oliver is the brother.
Get out of it. Yes, sir. That's right, sir. 155 brand new luxury cars. Are they good runners? Oh, let's put it this way. You wouldn't beat them in a race. No, sir. Yes, sir. They are good runners, sir. Yes, sir, indeed, sir. How much exactly are we talking about?
Harry!
Hang on!
Look at this, you're reading a book. That's not normal for a 5-year-old. I think she might be an idiot.
Listen to this. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom.
Stop scaring your mother with that book, boy.
A girl.
And she keeps trying to tell me stories, Harry. Stories. Who wants stories? I mean, it's not normal for a girl to be thinking.
I'm gonna call you straight back. Would you please shut up? I'm trying to pull off the biggest business deal of my life, and I have to listen to this. It's your fault you spent us into this trouble, and you expect me to get us out. What am I, a flaming escapologist?
Escapologist, he says. Where am me then? I've got a whole house to look after. Dinners don't microwave themselves, you know. If you're an escapologist, I must be an acrobat to balance that lot. I'll have to bleach my ruse, but I shan't be talking to you for the rest of the night, you horrid little man.
But I'm gonna make us rich.
Rich? How rich?
Oh, very rich. Russian businessmen. Very, very stupid. I'm gonna sell him. Your genius husband is gonna sell him 155 knackered old bangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Fair, listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair does not get you anywhere, you thick-head, twit brain. All I could say is thank heavens Michael has inherited his inner man's brains. Eh, son?
Michael.
Well, I shall take your money when you earn it, and I shall spend it. But I shan't enjoy it, the despicable way you've treated me tonight.
This is your fault with your stupid books and your stupid reading.
What? But I didn't do anything. That's not right.
Right? I'll tell you something. You're off to school in a few days' time. And you won't be getting there right there. Oh no, see, I know your headmistress, Agatha Trunchbull. And I've told her all about you and your smarty pants ideas. Great big strong scary woman she is, used to compete in the Olympics throwing the hammer. Imagine what she's gonna do to a goblin boy like you.
I'm a girl.
Now get off to bed, you little bookworm.
There are so many things I loved about that, and I loved the magic of live theater because Jane, when you were trying to show how excited you were about him being rich, you jumped and your camera toppled, and it just kind of added to the excitement of your moment. And Dylan, I'm loving your old telephone that you were talking on, and Naomi, you're so insistent. This was so much fun to watch it. And Oliver, you had just the perfect moment to pop in. We're going to go to our second scene, which is the moment when Matilda, who's 5, makes it to school. Her teacher is Miss Honey, played by Autumn, and Matilda is played by Kylie.
Good morning, children. My name is Miss Honey, and today is a very special day. Your first day of school. Now, do any of you know your 2 times tables? Wonderful, Matilda, isn't it? Please stand. Do as much as you can.
1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14, 8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 2 is 18, 10 times 2 is 20, 11 times 2 is 22, 12 times 2 is 24.
Oh, my word.
13 times 2 is 26, 14 times 2 is 28, 15 times 2 is 30, 16 times 2 is 32.
Stop. Good heavens. How far can you go?
I don't know. Quite a long way, I think.
Do you think you can tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
Yes, that is. But how about this? Now, this is harder, so don't worry if you don't get it. 2 times 487. If you took your time.
974.
12 sevens.
84.
Kylie, you did such a great job of being super enthusiastic and saying all of those numbers so fast. And Autumn, you were so encouraging as a teacher. Our next scene is Miss Honey, played by Liren in the scene. So we're going to call Miss Honey Mr. Honey, and Miss Trunchbull. And Miss Trunchbull is played by Sebastian. And we're still calling it Miss Trunchbull because in the Broadway show, Miss Trunchbull is played by a man to make her seem really scary.
Enter. Don't just stand like a wet tissue. Get on with it.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. There's in my class, there's a little girl called Matilda Wormwood, and
Daughter of Mr. Harry Wormwood, who owns Wormwood Motors. Excellent, man. Told me to watch out for the brat, though. Says she's a real wart.
oh no, headmistress, I don't believe Matilda's that kind of child at all.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey? Mr. Honey.
Bebbinitum est magatum.
Bebbinitum est magatum. Children are maggots. In fact, it must have been her who put that stink bomb under my desk this morning. I'll have her for that. Thank you for suggesting it.
But I didn't. Miss Trunchbull, Matilda is a genius.
Nonsense. Haven't I just told you she is a gangster?
She knows her times tables.
So she's learned a few tricks.
Oh, but she can read.
So can I.
I have to tell you, headmistress, that in my opinion, I believe that this little girl should be placed in the top form with the 11-year-olds.
What? But she is a squib, a shrimp, an unhatched tadpole. We cannot simply place her in the top form with the 11-year-olds. What kind of society would that be? What about rules, honey? Rules!
I believe that Matilda is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules in my school? Now get out.
I have to tell you, headmistress, that it is in my intention to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Beautifully done. You really kept your focus and you kept your Trunchbull intensity. And Liren, you were really being very sincere as Honey would be. Our next monologue is Naomi's monologue. So this is a recorded video of Matilda talking about the escapologists.
Time is the one thing no one is master of, and as time passed, they grew quite old, and still they had no child. At night, they listened to the silence of their big, empty house and imagined how beautiful it would be if it was filled with the sound of a child playing. The wife and the husband got drawn into their work as their work became the only place they could escape the inescapable tragedy of their lives. It is called, said the husband, The woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair, over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in a cage. It is the most dangerous feat ever known to man. It is our destiny, said the wife, slipping her hand into his. It is where the loneliness of life has led us.
I love how you looked like you're almost becoming the acrobat for a moment there. You were using your body, and this is a very sincere moment. This next monologue is going to be performed by Liren, who is playing the part of Bruce. Actually, it's going to be played as a scene. Sebastian is in it as Miss Trunchbull, and Naomi is in it as Matilda. We also have special sound effects that Dylan and his dad are going to be sharing. This is a very important moment. Bruce, played by Liren, has eaten too much chocolate cake, but not only too much chocolate cake, he's eaten Miss Trunchbull's chocolate cake, and this is not going to end well. Miss Trunchbull doesn't know who it is, and she has been searching to try to figure out who ate the cake. In this monologue, Bruce will give it away.
Look, okay, all right, I stole a cake. And honestly, I was really, definitely, sort of almost thinking about owning up. Maybe. But the thing was, I was having a lot of trouble with my belly. You see, the Trunchbull's cake was so good that I scoffed it too quickly. And now I was beginning to fight back. Oops, see?
I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything.
You are guilty because you are a fiend. You are a crook. You are a thief. And I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall consign you to the seventh circle of hell, child. And you shall be destroyed.
It was the biggest burp I'd ever done. It was the biggest burp I'd ever heard. The biggest burp I'd ever heard about. It was like the whole entire world went silent for that burp to exist. As a huge cloud of chocolatey gas wafted from my mouth and drifted across the class, past Lavender, past Alice, and past Matilda. And then my great, big, beautiful chocolatey burp, which now seems to have a mind of its own, wafted full into the face of the Trunchbull.
Oh, the sound effects worked great. And Liren, you waited for them. You made them work. I loved your face at the end, Sebastian. And Naomi, you really were making this all work. This was really funny. And those sound effects really added a lot to it. So thank you for doing that, Dylan. Our next monologue is Oliver's monologue, which he sent to us.
Hello, I'm Luke, by the way, Matilda's best friend. There's a bit coming up that's all about me. Well, not exactly about me, but I play a big part in it. But I'm not going to say what happens because I don't want to ruin it for you. Alright, look, what I do is I volunteer to give the Trunchbull a jug of water. And on the way back, no, I'm not saying anymore because I don't want to spoil it for you. On the way back, I find a newt. A newt is like a really ugly lizard, and so I pick it up and no, I'm not saying anymore because I don't want to ruin it for you. I'm gonna put the newt in the Trunchbull's jug. It's gonna be brilliant.
I love how close to the camera and how you could not resist the secret to be told. This concludes all of our scenes and monologues from Matilda. So at this point, our whole audience can turn on your video cameras and you can give them a big round of applause, and our performers can take a bow. Go ahead and take a bow. Yay, nice job. Next, I would like to share the song When I Grow Up.
I'll be tall enough to reach me smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed every night, and I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square, and I won't care 'cause I'll be young when I grow up. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You must let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around like a man on top, you won't change a bit. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay. That's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. Nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes it has to be a little bit naughty.
Congratulations to everybody for sending in your videos and singing so beautifully. And I loved Kylie, I loved your actions and how much you put your body into it. And I just loved all of the different voices. Sebastian, you had a lot of passion in there. Dylan, you just sound gorgeous and looked the part. And Oliver, I had so much fun listening to you and that solo and with Autumn joining in. Jane, you were singing beautifully throughout the whole piece. Naomi, gorgeously done. And Liren, that first solo with you and Dylan, I just love that moment.
I'm just so proud of you guys watching that go up from when we started to the end, especially all over the monologue that we worked on in the breakout rooms and everything. You did all the like secret motions and everyone took their characters to heart and like brought it to life. It was so well done. Thank you guys.
So now we can let loose a little bit more. Yes. We had so much fun together working on ad games.
The ad games, we have been trying to get emotions out. We showed an example of that was the Amazon ad that actually didn't have much to do with Amazon, but it like pulled your emotions because it made you follow the story of the dancer. And in ads, you also want to hear the name of what you're trying to sell and the price and how to get it and all the great things that come along with it. And it's same with movie trailers.
Doctor, what is wrong with me?
It seems like you have COVID-19. You'll have to quarantine for 2 weeks now.
Oh no. If only there was something that could cure me of my COVID-19.
Introducing COVID Killer. COVID Killer is the only medicine that has worked for COVID-19 every time. You'll be healed of COVID very soon. Side effects include COVID-19, death, cancer, diarrhea, vomiting, back pain, more COVID-19, and best of all, it's very expensive and insurance won't cover it. Get COVID Killer today if you have COVID.
Recommended by Doctors League.
It was clear, it was funny, it was dramatic.
Introducing No Mint, a mint that doesn't taste anything like mint. It's just that plain water taste.
We changed this flavor because sometimes you don't want that minty breath. So that's why we changed it. But it is still called mint and
Get it now for $999 per mint. They're like this big. Call now at 53333333333. In stores now.
I think I can remember that number. There's a lot of threes in it. Ooh, a very expensive, very tiny mint that tastes like nothing. This again was a really funny concept, and it was very clear. You were able to share the stage with each other well. You had a nice ending.
Introducing the Amazon Alexa 2500, the first and only teleporter 3D printer.
It is a 3D printer, so whenever you buy something on Amazon, it will instantly 3D print your package and a box around it. Super useful.
Oh no! My pencils will never arrive in time. How am I supposed to go to school? Well, with the Amazon 2500, you can simply type in your order, pay, and your pencils will come out instantly and prepackaged.
You can also use this for many different pranks, like randomly ordering stuff to your friend's 3D printer. And this is totally not a scam.
Coming in early spring, limited stock available. $200,000.
Who's gonna buy the scam? The not a scam. Nice job. We've had a lot of fun with all of our acting improv, and I just love these ads that you have been coming up with.
I think you guys hit, I mean, they were very extreme, which is very good. You hit all the marks. You guys remembered to name the prices, the names, the numbers to call, and even pulled on some emotions.
It is time to close it out with our 8th grade monologues from our 8th graders who are auditioning for the Performing Arts High Schools. Autumn, would you introduce yourself and your monologue and go ahead and perform it?
Hello, my name is Autumn, and I'm going to be playing the character Shirley from the 5th of July. I am going to be the greatest artist Missouri has ever produced. No, the entire Midwest. There have been very famous people, world famous people. Tennessee Williams grew up in Missouri. He grew up not 3 blocks from where I live now, all his formative years. And Mark Twain, and Dreiser, and Vincent Price, and Harry Truman, and Betty Grable. But me, oh God, me, I am going to be so great, unqualified, the greatest single artist the Midwest has ever known. A painter, or a sculptor, a dancer, a writer, a conductor, a composer, an actress, one of the arts. People will die. Certain people will literally have cardiac arrest at the magnitude my achievements. Doing something astonishing. Just astonishing. I will have you know that I intend to study for 10 years, then burst forth on the world, and people will be abashed, amazed, astonished at the magnitude. Oh my God, is that she? Is that she? Is that she? It is she! It is she! Ah! She died of cardiac arrest and astonishment at the magnificence of my achievements in my chosen field. Only Shakespeare, Michelangelo, Beethoven, and Frank Lloyd Wright have raced my heights before me. Thank you.
I love that you added in the chair use standing up, and that you really were throwing yourself into this and you put your whole self into it. Our next monologue will be performed by Kylie.
Judge you? I can't even talk to you. I don't exist to you. I have tried so hard to get close to you, but there was never any room. Whatever you had to give, you gave to Dad, and then when he died, whatever you had left, you gave to. I have been jealous of Lori my entire life because she was lucky enough to be born sick. I can never have on a light in my room at night to read in bed because Lori always needed her precious sleep. I can never have a friend over on the weekend because she was always resting. I used to pray I get some terrible disease or get hit by a car, so I'd have a leg all twisted and crippled up. And then once, maybe just once, I get to talk to you on a cold, rainy night. Just to talk to you.
You really put a lot of focus and emotion and deeply believable character into that. Beautiful job. I am thrilled with everybody's performance today. You really kept your focus. You played with your partners. You kept everything going, and you were really performing for your audience. Congratulations to my Zoom performers. Woo!
Bravo, bravo.
Nice job.